Hey guys, welcome back to Hound Hogs Barbecue. Today we are doing a Baja style fish taco with some fresh homemade guacamole on top. You just ain't gonna be able to beat it. So to get this thing started, we're gonna just kind of get some of our ingredients prepped. You know, when you use a head of cabbage, it makes like so much cabbage. And so this is actually the other quarter from some of our other recipes. And I'm still gonna have half a head of cabbage left. So we're gonna get this thing sliced up, and then I'm gonna show you guys how we use the pico from our steak taco recipe video, which you can find right here in the cards, to make some of the best homemade guacamole you've ever had. But let's start by getting this thing chopped up. First thing you wanna do, that's not good to eat. Hear that? Hear how hard that is? You don't want that. So just get in here and just kind of cut it at an angle and get that out. Then we're just gonna try to slice it pretty thin. We'll probably chop it a little bit too at the end. I'm just gonna run my knife across it because I don't want super long strips. And what this does is this provides a really good crunch under the fish. We're gonna put this on the bottom. Also helps provide a little bit of a moisture layer to keep that tortilla from getting soggy, but that's a lot of freaking cabbage. That's gonna be plenty for this. We're gonna move this over to the plate. We're gonna get started on the guacamole. Now you can use this not on a fish taco. We make this all the time. You gotta start with some good avocados. Now I like a chunkier guacamole. I don't necessarily love the super creamy stuff that's been blended. So you want a little bit firmer, but you don't want it hard. So when you press into it, you should feel your thumb go in a little bit, but it should have some rebound. If it's too soft, you're gonna wanna make that into a creamy guacamole. So pull that little thing out and you can see, you know it's ready because it's got that green right in there. Some people go through the grocery store and just start pulling these things out. I'm like, man, you're just messing up somebody else's avocado. So we're gonna get this thing cut. I'm gonna just rotate it around, voila. And then we're gonna do like that, pop it out. This is not good for anything. Maybe I'll get an avocado tree back there. All right, so I like mine a little bit chunky. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of smushing when I get to mixing. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and kind of dice it inside of this. So we're just gonna run our blade down like this. Now you gotta be careful. You don't wanna go through and cut your hand. Turn it, do it the other way. All right, we'll get it scooped out. And this is how you get the most of it out. You get that spoon in there, you just get it all scooped in there. So we got our avocado all diced up and in the bowl. Now, guacamole is just Pico de Gallo with avocado. If you can make a good pico, which you can find in that recipe from the steak tacos, you can make a good guacamole. And so we have the pico from our steak taco video because we're shooting all this at the same time. And so I'm literally just gonna take a couple scoops out of there, mix it with the avocado, and there you go, you got guacamole. If you remember in that video, I told you gotta let it sit. Look at how juicy that got, just sitting overnight. That is some good stuff. I've already been eating that. That was my breakfast this morning with some of this. Golly, my mouth just started watering looking at that. That is gonna be so good. I need a chip. I'm gonna have to go get a chip. Hold on, so good. I used to never would eat this stuff, and now it's like literally some of my favorite things in the world. It's gonna be so good on that fish taco, and it's also 9:30 in the morning, and I'm eating this, and so I'm gonna have a fish taco at like 10 o'clock. It's all right, it's worth it. Oh, it's just so good. That's how you make freaking guacamole, okay? It's not that hard, just pico with avocado. I've given you guys all the tools to make some really awesome guacamoles. We got the Spanish mackerel here. Now this is some mackerel that I caught on my recent trip down to Fort Walton Beach. But it was a really awesome fish to catch. One of them was a pretty decent size, about 2 pounds, 21 inches or so. We're gonna fry these pieces, unlike our other fish taco video that we can put in the cards. We're gonna actually go ahead and take the skin off, and then we're gonna cut it into the appropriate size pieces for a taco, and then we're gonna go from there. As you can see, these are some really small fillets. If you're gonna not be doing a video, then you're probably gonna wanna do more fish than this, but we're gonna eat another taco and shoot another video right after this, so I didn't wanna do any more than this. We're gonna get these things battered up. Today, we're gonna actually do a beer batter. The beer batter is gonna start with just some flour to kind of give it something to attach to. We're gonna use a little bit of Heath, Riles, garlic, jalapeno rub, just because we want simple flavors. We're gonna let the layers on the taco really bring it out. And then we're gonna do a beer batter with an egg, a cup of flour, and however much beer we need to get it to the consistency we want. The reason you use beer, you can use Sprite, you can use other things, is the carbonation helps fluff it up a little bit. So we're gonna get that mixed up, and then we're gonna get them battered and in the oil and eat some tacos. Man, this fish looks awesome, okay? Now, what I want you to notice is they look like pretty small pieces in the beginning. Look at how big that is compared to the tortilla. So you really don't need big pieces of fish to make a good sized taco. This one's gonna be our main one though, it looks the best. We're gonna start with some of the cabbage in the bottom. Now you don't need a ton. You wanna make sure it's not like a big clump like that, maybe break it up a little bit. That's gonna give you that crunch on the bottom, a little bit of freshness. Then we're gonna go in with the fish. Just about can't beat that. Now, add that guacamole right on top. And then to finish it off, the best taco cheese, a little cotija. All right, guys, I am ready to take a bite of this. So excited. So are the cicadas. Ma'am, first time I've ever made this, and it will not be the last. Golly, that's good. Try the other side. Might be my new favorite taco. So good. Friendly, you want to try? All right, it's going to be a big bite. Here, let's try this time. Take a big old bite. What do you think? Was it good? You like it? You think mommy would like it? You think we should go let mommy try it? All right, Brianna.
The beer batter fish tacos?
Yeah, super good. I see you got dressed up for this.
Oh.
Well, don't look too excited.
I'm going to try to taste all the flavor, you know? That's good. That's like ones that I had at the beach.
Nora, you want to try? Here, get you a little guacamole. I know you like guacamole. Here, I'll put it in your mouth. Good. So, final verdict. That's a good taco.
We definitely need to make these at the beach. That's what I think.
We're just going to, this is the first time we've made it at home. I think it needs to become a regular thing. And this is enough meat for like 4 or 5 tacos, even though it's not that much fish, just because you can only fit so much in a taco. So,
yeah.
Overall, everything's super good. Just a good fry on the fish, and then that guacamole. That's really what sets it over the top, and then that crunch of the cabbage is really good. So that's it for this today, guys. As always, we want to encourage you to turn those ideas into realities. Get out there, cook something new. We'll catch you next time.